In Regional School Board, I find that due to the state of emergency declared by the governor as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, and in accordance with the governor's emergency order number 12 pursuant to Executive Order 2020-04, this public body is authorized to meet electronically. Please note there's no physical location to observe and listen contemporaneously to this meeting, which was authorized pursuant to the governor's emergency order. However, in accordance with the emergency order, I'm confirming that we are utilizing Zoom for this electronic meeting. All members of the board have the ability to communicate contemporaneously during this meeting through this platform, and the public has access to contemporaneously listen. We previously gave notice to the public of the necessary information for accessing the meeting, including how to access the meeting using Zoom or telephonically. Instructions have also been provided on the website of the board at timberlane.net/Zoom TRSB. If anybody has a problem, please call 382-6541, extension 3955. Please note that all votes that are taken during this meeting shall be done by roll call vote. Let's start the meeting by taking a roll call attendance. When each member states their presence, please also state whether there's anyone in the room with you during this meeting, which is required under the right to know law. Kat, can you take a roll call, please?
Brian Boyle.
I am here. I am alone in the room, and there are other family members in the household.
Lee Doobie. Not here. Kim Farah.
Here, I'm alone in the room. There are other members of my family in the household.
Barbara Kishka.
Present, I'm alone in the household.
Sheila Lowe's.
I'm here. There are other family members in the household.
Mortimer. Not here. Sean O'Neill. Not here. Kristen Savage.
I'm here. I am in my household alone at the moment with other members present in the house.
Jennifer Silva.
I am here alone in a room in my house with other people elsewhere in the home.
Dr. Cochran.
I'm here. I'm alone in the room, but there's another family member in the house.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. This is a special meeting, so I'm going to dispense with the usual formalities. What I would like to do right now is to recess the meeting and have the board members move into a non-meeting to discuss current bargaining agreements, and then we will come back into a public session and take action as needed. So Dean, if you could move the board members or open a breakout room, we'll move out there and then we'll come back after we're done with it.
Good.
Okay, so we're resuming the public session of the special meeting. The purpose of this is to vote on cost items associated with collective bargaining agreements. There will be 3 motions that pertain to each of the 3 bargaining units that we have come to an agreement with. Sheila has the text of those motions, so she'll make those motions. I'll ask somebody to second those motions. Kat, you'll have to take a roll call vote on each of those motions. Brian Cochran, go ahead.
Email from Mark Broth. Want to check before responding. My understanding is the 2021 step would be retroactive at the beginning of the 2021 school year. Am I correct? And I think the correct answer is yes.
Yes.
Pending voter approval.
Yes.
Correct.
Correct?
Yes.
Yes. Shall we do it?
Okay, so go ahead, Sheila.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion that the board approves the cost items included in the collective bargaining agreement reached between the food service workers in the Timberlane Regional School Board, which calls for an increase in salaries and benefits at the current staffing levels of $4,833. The 2020-2021 increase would go into effect only upon and after a favorable district meeting vote on the cost items. The 2021-2022 1% increase would go into effect on July 1st, 2021.
Second.
There's a motion, Barbara seconds. Any discussion? Kat, could you take the vote, please?
Mr. Boyle,
Yes.
no Mr. Doobie, Dr. Farah,
Yes.
Mrs. Kishka,
Yes.
Ms. Lowe's,
Yes.
no Mrs. Mockamer, no Mr. O'Neill, Mrs. Savage,
Yes.
Mrs. Silva,
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was waiting for more. Okay, so that motion carries.
Okay.
The next motion.
My next motion is that the board approves the cost items included in the collective bargaining agreement reached between the administrative assistants and maintenance and the Timberlane Regional School Board, which calls for an increase in salaries and benefits at the current staffing levels of $20,836. The 2020-2021 increase would go into effect only upon and after a favorable district meeting vote on the cost items. The 2021-2022 1% increase would go into effect on July 1st, 2021.
Okay, thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Brian seconds. No discussion. Kat, could you take the roll call vote, please?
Mr. Boyle,
Yes.
Dr. Farah,
Yes.
Mrs. Kishka,
Yes.
Ms. Lowe's,
Yes.
Mrs. Savage,
Yes.
Mrs. Silva,
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's the second of the 3 bargaining units. Sheila, there's one more unit that we want to discuss.
That motion carries, correct?
Yes.
That carries, yes.
Okay. That the board approves the cost items included in the collective bargaining agreement reached between the custodians in the Timberlane Regional School Board, which calls for an increase in salaries and benefits at the current staffing levels of $13,998. The 2020-2021 increase would go into effect only upon and after a favorable district meeting vote on the cost items. The 2021-2022 1% increase would go into effect on July 1st, 2021.
I'll second that.
Brian seconds. Any discussion? Kat, can you take a roll call vote,
Mr.
please?
Boyle,
Yes.
Dr. Farah,
Yes.
Mrs. Kishka,
Yes.
Ms. Lowe's,
Yes.
Mrs. Pardon me, she's not here. Mr. O'Neill not here. Mrs. Savage,
Yes.
Mrs. Silva,
Yes.
Okay,
Motion carries.
this was the only item on the agenda. Kat, could you please make sure that you get a copy of those motions to Mrs. Belcher and Dr. Cochran this evening, because they need to be prepared for the warrant tomorrow? Thank you. It's just the numbers. We have the motion, just I didn't write down those 3 numbers. Okay, anything else? If not, thank you for attending, and we will see you on Thursday for the public hearing, which will be on Zoom.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Can I say something quick before we leave?
Sure, go ahead.
Sure.
I want to personally thank you all for the effort and time that you guys have invested and for caring for our employees. It means a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank
They
you,
certainly
Maria.
deserve it.
Maria.
Good night.
Appreciate it.
Night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.